Cut.
camera.
Cut. Where was the house where you were born located?
On Edgewood Drive, south of Lakeland. We were 3 miles out of town at the time.
Were all 4 of you born there? Tell us about some of the neighbors you had there.
Well, the closest neighbors was the Ginslers, and then the English people that lived across the street. Grandma and Grandpa Barrett. And that was our neighbors.
Did you ever attend church or school at the old Hollingsworth School?
Where, Blackie?
Tell about the special holidays you were
Blackie, here.
Well, the first, I've got to tell about Aunt Mary, Aunt Murdy. They said that Aunt Murdy, that was my mother's sister, would be late for her own funeral. They didn't say that she'd be late for her own wedding, but she was 45 minutes late in the old Hollingsworth School Church building. I remember that.
And she was late for her funeral, too.
And she was also an hour late for her funeral.
Any other special holidays?
Just the big Thanksgiving Hollingsworth picnics that we used to have at the lake.
How old were you when you moved to Crews Lake?
I think I was 6.
Tell us something about the move that you remember.
Oh, I don't remember our move out there so much as I did Grandma and Grandpa Barrett. They moved just a few weeks before we did. They moved horse and buggy and old 1914 T-Model Ford. They moved over to Eaton Park.
Do you remember the first Hollingsworth gang coming to Crews Lake?
First, no, but we had many of them, many times.
All right, tell us about Marion or Flo getting lost and the dog who helped find it.
Well, Willard had that a little bit messed up. Florence went off by herself down to the lake and sat down in the water with the water coming right up to her chin. And the dog came running back to the house all wet. Mama knew something was wrong and went down and found her, pulled her out. That I remember.
All right, tell about the time that Mom and Daddy, Marion, Florence, Ann went on a trip. You and Willard left to take care of the farm.
We were 10 miles from town. And I, to this day, can't remember just how we went to town and bought some groceries. And as Willard said, we made some good egg custard. That was a highlight of that.
What do you remember about the deaths of your grandparents?
Grandpa Pearce died in the county hospital in Bartow, and somebody came and told Daddy about it, and he didn't tell Mama where he was going. He just said he was going to go see about Grandpa, and I remember that. And I don't remember Grandma Pearce's death. I well remember Grandpa Barrett's demise. He had a spiritualist medium come perform the ceremony over at Eaton Park. And Grandma Barrett had cancer of the stomach, and she was bent way over in bed like this. And we came in from the field one night, and she was laying all stretched out. She was gone. But Mother took care of her at our home.
Do you know why or how the Pearce family came to Florence?
I don't know how, and I don't know when. All I Syracuse. It was just a boat landing, and that was it.
Tell about Uncle Bob's accident.
This old deaf fella pulled out in front of the train up near Ormondale, jammed a switch, did something, the engine flipped over. One got out. I think the engineer got out. Uncle Bob was taking somebody else's place that day, and the fellow said, "Bob, you need any help? Get out." And he said, "No, I'll be out in a minute." But in less than that minute, this water hit the firebox, and he was scalded to death instantly. That was the first day of July 1931.
Why did the family go to Virginia?
They do what?
Why did the family go to Virginia? Why did we go to Virginia?
Second World War.
Oh, Dad had gotten to the point where he couldn't raise a strawberry plant, so he went to carpenter work, and he worked in the shipyards. But I didn't go because only the the 4 girls all went. That's right, because they called.
Let's get over again.
Okay.
Tell about when your mama was so sick.
The thing that precipitated her illness, Pet Coon from the Cruz family broke his chain and came over, and in the backyard lacerated the whole front of one of her legs, chewed it up. And that precipitated it, and as I remember, she went to bed for 3 years. Didn't want company, mental and physical breakdown.
Tell about your high school years, your favorite teacher, best friends, and school activities that you took part in.
Well, to start with, in Strawberry time, I went to school 2 days one week, 3 days the next. I didn't have any best friends. In my senior year, I noticed my wife, who my wife is, and but I had no best friends. I had absolutely no outside activities whatsoever, because the minute that the school bell rang, I ran to catch the bus. They'd give us 3 to 5 minutes to get on the bus, and they were gone. Otherwise, I had to hitchhike 7 miles home. Dad always had work laid out for me before I went to school in the morning, and I either went to the home and worked there, or I went to our farm place, which was 5 miles away, and I worked until dark, until I got to sparking my wife, and then I'd work until sundown anyway, and then Dad would say, "Well, you can go now." So I rode my bicycle 7 miles down to see my girlfriend and 7 miles back. Okay.
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Not really. Not really.
What was your question? That's it.
Ask him if there was anything he wanted to add.
Anything you want to add? Anything?
Well, if you would like it for the record, I picked strawberries and worked on the farm till I was almost 21. Then I went to Longwood and worked in a fernery for 9 months. Then I came home and I did not come home. We were married while I was at Longwood, and came home and I peeled hot grapefruit for one season. I worked on a dairy for a while, 2 8-hour shifts a day. And from there I went to Camp Blandon as a carpenter, and that lasted 3 weeks, and then I went to the phosphate mine. So I was a chemical plant operator for 3 years, 18 months making white phosphorus, 18 months making mustard gas. And then Uncle Sam sent me greetings, and I spent 2 years in the Navy, came out with a physical therapy certificate. I couldn't get a job, so I went to barber school, and after I had barbered for 18 months, I got a job with a private cerebral palsy rehabilitation center, and I've stood behind the barber chair 40 years, and now I've been a nurse for my wife for the past 8. It's been interesting. It has been hard, and we were poorer than church mice, because at least they've got a place to go. And part of the time that we were married, we didn't have a place to go. Or the most humble situations. And for many, many years, we dared not spend a nickel for a coat. But we have 2 wonderful children. Our son is communication chairman at Loyola University Chicago, has been a chairman now for 11 years, and our son is the best grade school teacher in Davidson County, Tennessee.
Daughter.
What did I say, son? Our daughter is an excellent teacher. And my wife is now in the nursing home, and I spend 5 to 8 hours a day with her. And that's it.
Were you married in Bartow or?
We were married in the Barnett's house,